Welcome to the Learn to Sew Academy channel. Please remember to subscribe. Thank you.
In this video, we're going to be showing you how to share your fabric without using the elastic thread. In other words, we're going to try and gather this fabric using just an elastic. Now, I did a video not too long ago that shows how to use the elastic thread to gather your fabric. But for those that were unable to get access to elastic thread, I'm going to be demonstrating how you can use your regular elastic to get the same effect. Now, what I'm going to be using here is the 1/4 inch elastic. So, meaning that this is just about 1/4 inch wide. Now, when you use an elastic to do your shirring, what you want to do is you want to work on the wrong side of your fabric, because that's where the elastic will be showing. So the other side will just show the plain stitches and not the elastic. So what I'm going to do now is you're going to start from the very edge of your fabric. Again, this is just to demonstrate depending on what you're trying to achieve. I just wanted to show you how you can use an elastic if you don't have the elastic thread. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right at the edge, right there. And at the very beginning, you can do a reversing stitch if you like to help you hold it in place. And after that, as you go on, you can see that I'm stretching my elastic. So you need to stretch your elastic because this is what is going to make your fabric gather. So that's the purpose of stretching your elastic. If you don't stretch your elastic, you're not going to have any gathering effect. It's just going to be straight. So I'm going to stretch my elastic. And depending on how much gathers you want, that will also determine how much stretch you want to put on your elastic. And then you start sewing. As you go along, you keep stretching your fabric. And you can also use your other hand to support the fabric. I mean, you keep stretching the elastic. That's what I meant to say. As you go along, you stretch the elastic, and you can use your other hand to stabilize your fabric that's at the bottom so that you have your straight line the way you want it. You can also use your thumb over here, just walk around it and see what works best for you. So this is what we are beginning to form from the fabric, as you can see. So that's what you just keep doing. You just keep stretching the elastic as you go along. You can also guide it from over here, or you can just make sure you hold it firmly enough so that your fabric is not shifting as you stretch your elastic. As I come to the end, I'm doing a reversing, a back stitch. And then you can cut your thread and you cut the elastic. And you just continue repeating the same process depending on how much you want. Now this is what this looks like already. That's what you have. So you just continue. So you just do exactly the same thing that you did with the first row. The only thing is now this is already gathered. So as you walk along, you need to just smoothing out this fabric and continue to stretch your elastic. So I'm going to do a few more, and then you want to see how much of a distance you want from one gathered stitch to the next one. So you can do 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch interval, depending on whatever you want to do. You can decide to make them uniform all across. You can decide to leave a bigger gap in between. Is all just totally up to the style you're trying to achieve. So I'm gonna do the back stitch first before I continue to now sew this. And as I stretch it, I'm going to be smoothing this along the way so that I have a straight fabric to gather. And another way you can conveniently do this is you just pull the one you already gathered here. You pull your fabric so that it's straight, and then you pull your elastic. So I've pulled them together now. So this way you're able to quickly see the gap and make sure it's a gap you want, and then you start sewing it. And I'm gonna help it by pulling it a little at the back. So this is what I have so far, and you can continue to do the same thing all the way down. You can just continue that all the way to whatever length you desire. Is totally up to you and up to what style you're making. I'm also going to include a short clip in this video soon after this, just for you to see how I use the same technique in one of the off-shoulder dresses that I taught earlier. You will see how I did this exact same thing at the shoulder area. So I'll leave that link for the full video in the description, but I just wanted to show you this clip so you have an idea, and so that you can further reinforce your understanding of how to use a regular elastic to gather your fabric if you do not have an elastic thread. I was going to use an elastic thread for this upper part of the dress, but if you don't have one, you can opt for a very thin elastic like this one right here. This is 1/4 of an inch wide elastic, so this is what I'm going to be using. Place the elastic about 1/2 an inch away from the center fold, and as you start, make sure you do a back stitch right there at the beginning. Pull the elastic to stretch it as you sew along. When you get to the end of the fabric, close it again with your back stitch, that is your reversing stitch. Go back to the top of the fabric and leaving 1/2 an inch between each elastic, continue to do exactly the same thing until you have about 3 to 4 rows of elastic. Hope this video has helped you. Please be sure to leave us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to click the bell icon for notification. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye.